What's up, guys? It's Peak Octane back with another episode of the Do 105 College Football Mod on Madden 20. Today we have the Sweet 16 games on the right side of our bracket. Check the links down in the description and let's roll the intro. Welcome to our first game of the video. We have Michigan and LSU, the number 1 and number 4 seeds. LSU will have the ball first, and it is picked off early in this game. And Michigan will return this into LSU territory and get amazing starting field position for this game. Michigan looking to take advantage, and they find the end zone for a touchdown. They get the early advantage in this game as they take a 7-0 lead midway through the first quarter. LSU trying to put up a response. Burrow rolls out and he finds Jefferson streaking down the field all the way to the end zone. That is a 73-yard touchdown for the Tigers, and they will tie this game. Moving on to the last minute of the first half, and LSU gets on the board again, and this will be their first lead of the game at 14-7. Michigan trying to make something happen right before half, and it is picked off. That ends their chance at scoring before halftime. And we will have a 14-7 score in favor of LSU at half. And LSU opens up the second half, and they will get a touchdown pass to Jamar Chase to take a 21-7 lead. In the closing seconds of the third quarter, they find the tight end all the way for the touchdown. That was looked like a little bit of a Madden glitch, but oh well, so be it. That is a 28-7 lead for LSU. Michigan finally responds after 28 unanswered points, and they have now cut the lead back down to 2 possessions. However, LSU will put a field goal on the board to make this a 3-possession game with not a lot of time left, and as time expires, Michigan cannot find the end zone. There was not enough time to get their 3 scores anyways, and behind Joe Burrow's 4 touchdown passes, LSU will take a 31-14 victory, and this will move LSU into the Elite 8. With our next game of the day, we have Texas A&M and Florida, the battle of the SEC teams, one out of the West, one out of the East, and Texas A&M will score first. This gives Texas A&M an early 7-0 lead into the second quarter. Pirine is into the end zone for a touchdown. This will tie the game up at 7 apiece. Texas A&M has driven to respond before halftime, but it is picked off in the end zone, ending the Texas A&M hopes of having the halftime lead. Moving into the second half now, Florida puts a field goal on the board. This will be their first lead of the game at 10-7. Texas A&M responds to tie this game back up with a field goal of their own early in the fourth quarter. Florida going for the big play, the big bomb, and it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown Florida, and they will have a 7-0 lead. This is their largest lead of the day. And now Texas A&M on the ensuing kickoff. They get a great return. Can he return it all the way? He outruns the Florida team and all the way to the end zone, 101 yards for the touchdown. We have a tie game again, and now off of a punt return, Florida, with less than a minute to go, is going to try and get in field goal range, and they get an absolutely incredible return, and they are inside Texas A&M territory already. And now Florida's going to get a run broken away with the juke into the end zone. Touchdown All Florida needed was a field goal, but they ended up going and getting that touchdown. And now Texas A&M has one last shot. Time has expired. The ball is up and it falls incomplete. Florida will take a 24-17 victory in the final minute. And that will move Florida into the Elite Eight to play LSU. With our next game, we have Notre Dame and Ohio State, the Fighting Irish versus the Buckeyes, a blue blood match. And we have Ohio State getting on the board first. Justin Fields running up into the end zone for the touchdown in the 7-0 lead. Notre Dame trying to respond. It backfires as the ball is tipped way up into the air, and Ohio State is able to get underneath the ball for the interception. Notre Dame holds them though, and they will get possession back, and they get a field goal that cut the lead to 4 points. And Notre Dame drives down the field again, and now Ian Book takes his turn running into the end zone as he goes untouched with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. And this will give Notre Dame a 3-point lead at this point in the game. Ohio State rolling out, and the pass is intercepted. Whatever pressure there was ended up forcing an inaccurate pass, and Notre Dame takes advantage. They will get great field position. And now, as time is winding down in the first half, Notre Dame will extend their lead even further as they find Claypool in the end zone for a touchdown. That is a 10-point lead for the Fighting Irish at half. Ohio State responds midway through the third quarter with a huge touchdown pass to their tight end, and that will cut the lead down to 3 points. But Notre Dame is not done as they find Fink all the way to the end zone for a touchdown, putting their lead back up to 10 points in a 2-possession game. And now, as time expires in the third quarter, Jones finds the end zone. This will be a touchdown for Notre Dame and a 17-point lead going into the final frame. And now, Notre Dame punches it in from short yardage. They are pouring it on the Buckeyes at this point. It is a 38-14 score. 1 minute to go, and on 4th down, Ohio State gets stuffed. But the defense says not so fast. They strip the ball, and it is recovered and brought into the end zone by Chase Young. The Ohio State defense stepping up. They are going to go for 2 to make this a 16-point game, and they convert. It is now a 16-point lead for Notre Dame, and they are able to run out the clock as they take the knee. The defense awarded with the player of the game for Notre Dame, along with this 38-22 victory, and Notre Dame has upended the number 1 seed in the Midwest, and Notre Dame will take this victory into the Elite Eight. For our last game of the video, we have the number 3 seeded Auburn Tigers going up against the number 2 seeded Wisconsin Badgers, and Auburn is going to find a lane on the opening kickoff, and he goes all the way for a touchdown. It is not too often we get an opening kickoff return for a touchdown in this series, but Auburn has done it, and now they add a field goal to their total. It is now a 2-possession lead for the Tigers, and we are still in the first quarter. And now Auburn picks it off in the end zone. Wisconsin cannot get momentum on their side. Jonathan Taylor is going to try and change that narrative. He gets the juke, and he uses his speed, and he is all the way down to the 35-yard line of Auburn. Is this the spark that Wisconsin needs to get back into this game? The quarterback runs up the middle, and this will be Wisconsin's first points of the game, and it is now a 10-7 score in the second quarter. with just over a minute to go in the half, Auburn will put the ball in the end zone again, making this another 10-point lead. Wisconsin going for the huge play. It is picked off. The gamble does not pay off, and Auburn gets a good field return as it is now into Wisconsin territory, and they use that advantage to put a field goal on the board as time expires in the half, and we have a 20-7 halftime lead for the Tigers. But Wisconsin opens up the second half, and they find the end zone for a touchdown, and that will make this a 6-point game. Auburn looking to make this a 2-possession game again, add a field goal, making it a 9-point lead for the Tigers. And Wisconsin driving down the field, fumble the ball at the 5-yard line, and Auburn is able to pick this up. Wisconsin is able to get the ball back, but they cannot take advantage as they have yet another red zone turnover. And with that, Auburn is able to run out the clock, giving them a 23-14 victory over the Badgers. And this will move Auburn into the Elite Eight. Looking at our updated bracket on the right side, we have number 1 LSU and number 3 Florida, number 4 Notre Dame, and number 3 Auburn. Those 4 teams will be fighting for their spots in the Final Four. And looking at the rest of the upcoming Elite Eight games, we have Alabama and Georgia and Oklahoma and Utah on the other side as a reminder. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And check out all the links down below, including my Twitch channel. Thanks, and bye.